Hello and welcome to etnow.in Business Conclave and Awards 2025. We are joined by Dr. Kunjal Sinha of Parul University. Ma'am, how are you doing today?
Thank you. Great.
Ma'am, my first question for you would be what inspired you to pursue a career in education and edtech?
So it happened by chance, to be very frank with you. I was working with financial services sector upon completion of my master's program in management. And after 2 years, I got the opportunity from one of the education institutions and got motivated to join them. Since then, I am in education. As far as EdTech is concerned, Parul University started offering online degree programs since past 2 years. So July 23 was our starting point, and we are a 2-year-old baby now.
So my next question would be how have digital platforms changed the quality and reach of education for the university?
Very good question. I'll talk about reach first. Because when we talk about online degree programs, it becomes very easy for the university or educational institution to reach out to the candidates. When we talk about online degree programs, they are pure online programs wherein even if the candidate is not visiting the campus once during the course of the entire UG or PG program, still the candidate will be able to pursue the degree. So I think it gives a lot of accessibility to the candidates who wants to skill themselves, reskill themselves, and upskill themselves. That's how it's about accessibility.
How different is it, the online education and offline? Which do you think is better in terms of social interaction and also online? Is it really, because there is a myth that online education might not be quality education. So what are your thoughts on that?
So, there is no comparison as such because the two modes of delivery and learning are different. I'll share this piece of information with you that UGC, which is University Grants Commission, before 3 years, they came up with a public notice telling everybody that all three modes of learning are equivalent. So whether the degree is taken from an offline in-campus mode or online mode or even a distance learning mode, all three modes of learning are equivalent. Now, having said that, when we talk about offering qualitative education in online degree programs, well, it all depends on how you have curated the program. Now, there are 2-3 pillars when we talk about online degree programs. One is technology. You really need to have a robust and seamless learning management system which imparts education without any technical glitch to the learners. Secondly, digital content becomes extremely important. So, creating digital content in a way that it engages the learners and creates interest in the course also is one of the most important pillar. And thirdly, I would say faculty members, because uh, Parul University is based in Vadodara. We were the first private university in Gujarat to be allowed by UGC to offer online degree programs. So when we started working on it and when we started recruiting faculty members, we were having no faculty members in entire Gujarat who were acquainted towards the online pedagogy. So the third important pillar is, they are the faculty members who should be adaptive enough to learn that when you deliver in online mode, there has to be a difference as compared to how you deliver in offline mode. So I think these are the three pillars.
So how is AI getting integrated into the day-to-day courses? Like you offer curated courses and you also a lot of things are going to help you with AI, and you can actually see how the student is actually performing at this point. So how is that being integrated in Parul University?
So AI has a lot of crucial role to play when it comes to online education. I'll talk about the current structure we have and how we have integrated AI into the teaching learning examination. So the examination module which we have on our learning management system, it is AI integrated. meaning that if there are 1,000 learners who are giving examination of one course at the same point in time, no two learners will be having their questions same. So the questions are basically fetched by AI. And second, we have integrated AI into understanding the malpractices, right, and knowing that when we offer online programs, it should be authentic, and people should not believe that when you join online degree programs it's very easy to pass. So AI is very much integrated in the examination module at two places, one for fetching the question papers, and secondly for proctoring while the candidates are giving their examination. Having said that, there is a lot to be done, but at least at Parul University we have reached to this level. Of course, we want to have more of AI integration on our platform in future.
So what do you think is more important, teaching the teachers how to implement AI, or making teachers teach students how to use AI? What is more important?
Both. So when we talk about online learning domain, training faculty members is an ongoing process for us, and that training is related to varied things. One, as I talked about pedagogy, that there has to be a different level of pedagogy which you're using while you're delivering the lectures. Second, the training is related to the technicalities of the LMS. Third, the training is also related to assessment and examination. So we kind of impart training to the faculty members on ongoing basis, and it is related to various things. So I won't be able to pick up one most important, because for us right now all three of them are very important.
How do you, this is a very personal question, how do you manage stress and balance your professional and personal life?
So I'm blessed to have a supportive family back home, because of whom I'm able to manage my workplace. I have a supportive husband. My in-laws are a great support, and I have a very caring and obedient son. And all four of them kind of make my work very easy.
Some rapid fire questions for you, ma'am. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
I am an early bird, so it's difficult for me to stay here.
What's your favorite education technology tool?
Currently online. I'm deeply involved in that domain right now.
Most memorable student success story?
So I have a student who is heading the West region in ICICI. I think he's done in a very short span of time. His name is Sunil, and in a very short span of time he has just done wonderfully well.
A skill that every student should learn?
Empathy.
That's something surprising coming. Innovation or tradition, what drives you more?
Wisdom of traditional working with the execution and freedom of innovation. I think the combination will rock.
It's lovely talking to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.